everyone, and welcome to the Invictus Racing League, the Realistic Performance League. I am your host with the most, Malc. Tonight with me, as always, the greatest American commentator of them all, Tim. How you doing, mate? You alright?
Hi, Malc. I am absolutely amazing right now. It is Monza, the Italian Grand Prix, the home of Ferrari, technically anyway, and I am so very excited to see how these drivers go around.
I hope so. Could it be a Ferrari fanatic of like Forza Ferrari? Nice. Like, mamma mia. Unbelievable moment here at the glorious close race of the Italian Grand Prix Monza. Brilliant track. And I'll tell you what, some stats along the way here. This is the 98th, and I'll repeat it again, this is the 98th race of the Realistic Performance League on round 8. Unbelievable stuff as well. And this is I believe it's the sixth time tonight that we have hosted Italy throughout the season of the Realistic Performance League. And also TL4 for us, who's racing tonight. This will be his 50th Invictus Racing League career race tonight, so that will be a fantastic stuff there as well. But no further than that, we're going to go straight to the qualifying lap here. We've got Boy Better Know SB coming up to, which is the famous first corner here, and then coming up to, which is the second corner now. And then down the straight here. I will get the more corner names in a moment too, but coming up to, which is turn 3 now, and then into, which is turn 4, if I can get the track right. This is the end of the first sector now, and then coming up to into the second sector now. We're coming to the Lesmo corners now at turn 6 now, and then coming up to, which is a turn 7. And then down the straight here into the DRS straight at the moment here into you feel like you're on a roller coaster ride here, and then down the straight here. Absolutely fantastic stuff here with the DRS straight, and this is the end of the second sector as well, passing the Ascari corner, the famous Ascari corner, the chicane part. They've got to be absolutely careful there, because we've just seen there from Boy Better Know, that will be the crucial point there. Ascari will be the deadliest part of the track here to watch out for, because I've seen many times throughout my commentary career that we see cars going left, right and centre there. And we come up to Parabolica corner now, down the straight now to finish off the qualifying lap. And that was the qualifying lap, and the time to beat is a 1:21.985 from Boy Better Know. A 1:21.9. I tell you what, Mr. P, he's got that Forza Ferrari there with a 1:20.432. Tim.
Currently, I'm watching Lozak, the newcomer in the Performance League this week, in the Haas machine. As he crosses the line, he will not actually set a time. Apparently, there was an invalidated lap time for him, but Lozak, a newcomer this week, because, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe Jacob had to step away.
Correct. Unfortunately, Jacob could not carry on. He could not carry on. So I hope he does come back in the future at Invictus Racing Leagues. But we would like to say thank you for his time at Invictus Racing Leagues with the racing as well. Sab's just coming into the pits now. Dino Avalanche moves up to second place with a 1:21.1. Sheepy moves up to fourth with a 1:21.4. Luke Bailey moves up to third in the Merc as well. Mrs. Guy C, the Drivers' Championship leader as well, in third place here. Ozone Typhoon! 1:20.592. Absolutely frantic stuff there. But we have had some confirmation from the weather crew here, Tim. Do you know what it is? Have you heard about it? The weather crew?
Is it going to be a wet race? Please tell me it's going to be a wet race.
Look, I would love to say yes, but I can't. I'm going to have to say no, because it's going to be a dry race here. Yoss is coming to the final bit now, straight line speed now of a 1:22.296. A 1:22.9. I do apologise, Tim. I know you wanted to see a wet race here at the glorious race of the Monza track here. That would have been interesting stuff, and I think with so many overtakes galore here, we were never going to see, hopefully we're not going to see, we're going to see loads of overtake moments here. But at this moment in time here, here's some pointers for you. Do you think there'll be a safety car tonight? And also, will there be a 3 in a bed moment?
I don't see a safety car happening, but definitely 3 in a bed. That is almost a guarantee, I would say, because Monza is it is one of those tracks that is just so very fast. You get a really good run, especially down the front straightaway. You're just going to see a lot of cars really dicing for position, but they're going to have to be very careful if they want to go 3 wide down that front straightaway, because as soon as they get to that first corner, that really tight chicane, then it's going to be a big mess.
It absolutely will be a big mess there, but anything can happen there on the first corner, the first chicane part of the corner as well. But I will go through the comments during the break here, guys. I do apologise if you just commented, guys, but I will go through that in a moment too. But from the drivers that you saw lately, Tim, is there anyone that you recommend to watch tonight?
Well, F1 Mr. P being in the Ferrari, that is a very good car to be in, indeed, so to keep an eye on him, as well as Luke Bailey in the Mercedes. And in fact, Mr. P, he was telling us earlier, just before the qualifying session, that, he and Luke Bailey are going to at least try to sort of work together here in this qualifying session and kind of give each other a bit of a tow. So whether or not what they do in the race, I really want to see what they're able to try to do in qualifying.
Well, hopefully so, but if you've been to watch Italy, which I have done in the F1 2019, the real-life F1 2019 season at Italy, where there was a carnage of cars trying to get that slipstream at the third part of the full qualifying there. But will we see that moment there tonight, do you reckon, Tim?
It's very possible, Mal. And now, actually, Luke Bailey, he got a little bit squirrely there. So Luke Bailey already having some issues with that Mercedes. Of course, he's not the first driver that we've seen get squirrely, as you pointed out. Boy better know, getting very, very loose. Yeah,
it'll be absolutely loose here. Just have to wait and see what happens here at this moment in time. But just watching Spud now, he did a 122.926 here on the hard tyres here. But when was the last time you raced at Italy, Tim?
It would have to be F1 2018, but back in the good old days of Gran Turismo 5, and I might be dating myself there, Gran Turismo 5, I tore this track up. I absolutely loved it.
Could you repeat that again, please, Tim? I'm sure you said you absolutely loved it.
I absolutely loved it with every fiber of my being.
That's what we love to see. That's what we love to hear there from Tim there. Thomas has joined in late on during the qualifying here, so hopefully he'll join in into the race itself. But with the strategy here tonight, from what I've gathered here as well, the strategy to go for is the soft mediums, which majority of the drivers, the top 9, have gone for as well, because you can't go for the one stop. The one stop will happen with like up to lap 11, and then the rest of it 16 laps on the mediums. But the tyre wear around here, as the estimate telemetry, is a 13 to 14 laps softs, 18 laps mediums, and 20 to 23 laps hard there. Oh my days, who's that? That was one of the Haas cars there, trying to get out of the way there as much as possible. I think that might be Lozak. Yes, that might be Lozak there. Ferocious down, moves up to 3rd place here with the McLaren car. Delange moves up to 4th as well. Tony Melange moves back himself up to 5th place here, but boy better know, it's dropped down to 10th place here, 121.9, and as you can see, some of the cars are just coming out now here with under 9 minutes left here. 9 minutes left here. Can anyone try to stop Mr. F1, Mr. B here? With the Ferrari, the Forza Ferrari, nice. But will it be nice? I couldn't say the words. Will there be nice moments here for Ozone Typhoon here to beat Mr. P here by a 10th here as well? But with the tyre wear and with the track itself and the cars itself, Tim, do you think the Ferraris of Mr. P and Ozone should have the advantage here at Monza?
Truthfully, I believe that they should. I mean, obviously, in real life, in the real life F1, we saw that Ferrari this year absolutely dominated Monza. And with it being their home track, of course, they were so ecstatic to be able to do so. But here, I don't really know what we're going to see. But it does appear as though Ferrari is the one to beat here today. And the Mercedes is not as high up the board as I expected. Everyone in the chat earlier today, they were saying, oh, Luke Bailey's in the Mercedes, he's going to win. Yep, Luke Bailey, good win, Luke. But here we see him running only in the 4th position in this qualifying session. and it seems as though he is actually struggling to get any faster. And now Lozak has set the second fastest time in a Haas, so that puts the Mercedes down to 6th because Ferocious Dan has also ran 4th.
Yeah, it'd be absolutely manic stuff there. But Ozone Typhoon has moved up to pole position here by a 10th now. Well, by 600ths. By 600ths of a second there between himself and F1 Mr. P there. So well done to Ozone Typhoon, who's just got the pole lap there. What a lap there from him at the moment of time. As I said, was under 7 minutes left. 7 minutes left of this fantastic qualifying here as well. So many unbelievable moments here. At the moment here, Ozone Typhoon is in first place. F1 Mr. P is in second. Lozak is in third. Ferocious Dan is in 4th. Mr. Sky C is just driving now. The Drivers' Championship leader in 5th place here. Luke Bailey is on 6th place here at the moment. But like I said, with the tyre, with the car itself, obviously this is realistic performance, but it should be benefited with the Ferrari, whatever happens here. But we'll have to wait and see what happens here. But can Delange, who's in the, I believe is in the Red Bull car as well, who's had a few struggling races, the last few races this season here. Tom Melange is in, which I believe is in the Williams, I believe. No, that's the Toro Rosso, I do apologise. Sheepy's in the Red Bull in 9th place. TL4 for us on his 50th, and I'll repeat again, this is his 50th race for Invictus Racing League as a whole. Not 50th race in performance, just 50th race in as a whole. Just have to wait and see what happens here at this moment in time. Yoss is in 11th place here. Boy Better Know is in 12th place here. Sab's in 13th place. Oh, Stephen. Is in 14th. Well, he's dropped down to 15th now because I believe Nigel Cash moves up to 13th place with a 122.1. Like I said, Sab in 14th. O Stevens in 15th. I'm going to say Ozone and O Stevens swap places next. O Stevens in 15th, and Sir Spud, who's struggling at the moment here, in 16th place here as well. Still watching Luke Bailey doing his out lap now. I'm going to go back to F1 Mr. P here because he's coming up to the final bit now. Oh, he's teasing us. He's absolutely teasing us. He's not happy with that lap. He's not happy with that lap at all here. Just have to wait and see what happens here at this moment. I will look at the comments, guys, in a moment or two. But at the moment here, this is more crucial here because the qualifying will be absolutely immense stuff there. So, Tim, pressure on you now. We've under 5 minutes left. You see the time so far. Will it be as what you see is what you're going to get, or you reckon there'll be a few shocks along the way here, Tim?
Honestly, I really think there's going to be a surprise pole sitter here today, and I really cannot say who. It's something inside of me that's saying that somebody is going to jump up there and get past Ozone Typhoon. It might be F1 Mr. P, which wouldn't be so much of a surprise, but it very well could be someone further down the line. And right now we're actually seeing a lot of drivers on their outlap with just over 4 minutes remaining in this qualifying session. So a lot of drivers right now are going to try to get that pole position. And it might depend on who gets out at what time and if anybody is able to get any type of draft off of another car.
You need that toe, don't you agree? You need to have that toe from the other cars here just to give you that extra 1 or 2, 3 or 4, maybe 5 tenths extra. I know that's a bit of a push there, but at least, or max 5 tenths to get off the toe here. We might get you up for from... If you was in cheapest position of a 121.1, it might move you up to 4th place here. That's just how crucial it is at Monza, and you have to time it well to get that perfect lap there and make sure you don't get absolutely no issues there as well. I mean, if you're watching, guys, predict your winners, predict the qualifying. Who's your top 3 qualifiers here tonight? Who do you think is going to happen? Do you think Ozone Typhoon will hold on to first place? Will win Mr. P out of nowhere, try and beat that Ozone's qualifying lap there with a 120.372. Delange is coming through the first part of his lap here now. So we've got under 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left on the qualifying here. Can anyone try and stop Ozone Typhoon in pole position here? So, Tim, who are you watching so far?
Currently watching Sheepy in the Red Bull. 121.150, as you said earlier, Malc, is his current time. but on a flying lap right now and approaching the final sector, actually in the final sector now, going through the final corner to that very wide right-hander and heading down the front straightaway now. Will he be able to improve his time as he crosses the line? Yes, he will. It moves up to 4th. It's almost like you knew what was going to happen, Mal.
Without a toe, without a toe, unbelievable stuff there from Sheepy. Moves up to 4th place with a 120.6. That was pure luck. That was pure. I am not Mystic Malc. I will tell you that, Tim. I am not Mystic Malc. I'm not predicted any times again, ever, on that one. That was pure luck. But that was with toe. Can you imagine if it was with? Sorry, that was with the toe that I predicted. But can you imagine if he had toe there? Do you think he would have had a few more tenths there, Tim?
He might have had the pole had he had a toe.
He might have had the ball there. Yellow flag set us 2 and 3 at the moment here. Oh, Lozak's gone a little bit wide there, so he's probably just letting some of the drivers through. That might be the Renault. That is the Renault over. Oh, Stever there is coming to do his outlap there. But Sab is on, which I believe is on the soft tyres. Yes, he is. He's on the soft tyres. Majority of the drivers have all gone for the soft tyres here tonight. Which I said that the best strategy to go for is the soft mediums. If it was a dry race, which it is a dry race here tonight. Still yellow flags at the 3. Mr. B moves up to pole position here with a 120.178. 1 minute left. 1 minute left of the qualifying here. Can anyone try and stop Mr. B here? Also Typhoon get that pole position here. Can Sab struggling at 14th place here, 122.255 here on the soft tyres. He needs to push that Racing Point car to the limit here. He does. He moves up to 10th place. He moves up to 10th place here. TL4 He's on his 50th race. He's on his 50th Invictus Racing League race career here. Let's see what he can do here as well. Here we go. Can he try and improve? I don't think he is. He's going to try and go for it again here, I think. He's going to go for it again here. Tim, are you watching so well with 15 seconds left?
Riding on board with Luke Bailey, who just barely got past that line. Just enough time to complete one more final lap for himself as he goes through turns 1 and 2. Luke Bailey currently running in 7th, a 120.8.
Oh, so Typhoon has just got pole position here with a 120.048. Yost has unfortunately left the session here, so hopefully he'll try and get back in as quickly as possible here. But what a lap there from Typhoon. But look at Mr. P. Is Mr. P going to improve or is he not going to? No, he's not going to improve. Where's Lozak? Lozak's coming up to a scary corner now. Has he lost his time there through? Because he can easily get corner cuts there, as well as all the other tracks there as well. Yosh, luckily, he's just got back into his car, so his communication is all back in safely and sound there. But Mr. P won't improve his time here. But can Lozak? He needs to get 4 tenths from somewhere there. Will he be on the Haas car here? Oh, can he? Oh, he misses out. He misses out by 300ths. 300ths of a second there. Where's TL4? Oh, he's teasing us. He's absolutely teasing us. But where's Spud? Spud's coming up to the final bit now. Parabolic corner now. Can he try to improve now? He's on at 122.9. Was he going to try and get back? Oh, he's teasing us. He's absolutely teasing us. What a lap from Ozone Typhoon. What a lap there for a 120.048. Unbelievable stuff there, team.
Unbelievable indeed, and honestly, despite the fact that he held the provisional pole for some of this session, I did not expect to see Ozone Typhoon rocket to that top, but in fact he did with a 120.0, a really good time from Ozone. Absolutely
brilliant stuff. Also, Typhoon used to be never miss, and from what I'm just looking at the comments there, I've just quickly looked at the comments there. Good evening to everyone that's joined the session here. I hope everyone's all okay and well there. And I'm just reading the comments there. F1 fan analysis. I hope Dutch Louis will join tomorrow. That there will be a battle between Williams and Haas and Dutch Louis. No wet race at all. Good evening to Merrick. How you doing, mate? Exotic Apex has got this game truly fun, and it's a big test for mentality there. Absolutely fantastic stuff there. Well, good evening to MJ Coop there as well. Here are the short qualifying classification for the Italian Grand Prix for the Invictus Racing League, the Realistic Performance League. You've got Also Typhoon aka Never Miss, in first. Lozak in second. F1 Mr. P is in third. Boy Better Know is in fourth place. Wild drive from him as well. Sheepy is in fifth. Ferocious Dan is in sixth. Mr. Sky C, the Drivers' Championship leader, in seventh place. Luke Bailey is in eighth. Delange is in ninth. Todd Avalanche is in 10th. Sab is in 11th. TL4 Forest on his 50th race career at Invictus in 12th place. Yoss is in 13th. Stephen is in 14th. Nitrogash 15th place. And Spud is the only one in 16th place. He says, Andrew Coop says, hey guys, hello, how you doing? F1 fan analysis, come on F1 Mr. P. J. Coop says, is Typhoon finally going to win the race? 71 races, so that's another stat as well. So 71 races that Ozone Typhoon has not, or aka Never Miss, has not had a win at all here as well. So I will carry on with the comments in a moment too, but here is the advertisements now. This is the Invictus Racing League. This is the Realistic Performance League on the Tuesday nights with myself and the greatest American commentator of them all, Tim, as always with me. Not only we're on the Tuesday nights at 8 PM, but we also got the F1 League that used to be the No Assist League on the Monday nights with the greatest commentator duos of them all, Gareth and Sab as well. So make sure you tune in on that on Monday nights. Like I said, myself and Tim on the Tuesdays. But also we got 2 assist leagues on the F2 and F3 on the Wednesday nights at 8 PM at the same time here. You got Warriors Lander and Energy Dan for F2 and myself for F3. Hopefully I'll get someone in to replace Tim, who unfortunately cannot carry on the Wednesday nights. Not only we do the F1 leagues, but we've also got the podcast on the Thursday nights as well with Gareth and Sab from the Monday Night League. So they do a brilliant podcast. They talk about all the real life F1 and also talk about the usual updates on the Invictus Racing League in general as well. But not only we do the F1 League as a whole, but we have the FIFA League. If you're not into F1, but you like football, we have got the FIFA League on as well. But also, not only we're on YouTube as well, we also got Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well. So make sure you like, follow, subscribe as well for all the latest updates as well. But also, the most important one of them all, check out the InvictusRacingLeague.com for all the latest updates. And if you're enjoying the racing, enjoying the battles here galore here from the qualifying as well as the race tonight, why don't you sign up, apply to race, and talk about to join in, and hopefully we'll get you in by next week, all being well, depending on subject to availability of the leagues as well. But we're just waiting for some of the guys here to get themselves prepped up and ready to go. I will have a look at more of the comments in a moment now. Good evening to Mike. How you doing, mate? You're right. So Meg says he's back in Lozak. Is back in Lozak here. So Mark says Typhoon is in his own league. The car is having. Meg says Lozak is less than half a tenth behind there. Yeah, he is. Mike says, I thought he had a bad car. Now I see the red beauty. It does at the Forza Ferrari at the Italian Grand Prix here as well. Good evening to Rymac. He says, who's commenting with you tomorrow, Mark? I'm not 100% sure. I think it's just myself at the moment, but we'll get that confirmed as well. Mike says, wow, Scott doing good in the Toro Rosso. He had 4th place here. Meg Lugby, Scott was rapid last night. Not a surprise here. So there'll be an interesting vote here tonight. Rymac says, come on F3 boys as well. So some of the F3 drivers here tonight battling out in the Realistic Performance League. Mike says, go on Mr. P, put a good practice for tomorrow in. We're second in F3. So we're going to do the formation lap now of the Invictus Racing League, the Realistic Performance League. Tonight we will have the interviews at the end of the race, so that's only for the top 3, so that's for the podium guys here. So whoever gets to the top 3, they'll stay behind and talk about their thoughts of the race tonight. Let's hope it's going to be a classic here, because this is the 6th time we're at the Monza track for the Realistic Performance League, as in at Monza track overall. But this is the 98th, I'll repeat again, this is the 98th Realistic Performance race tonight. Absolutely manic stuff here. For one more time, guys, can you please make sure you like, subscribe to the Invictus Racing League channel for all the live races here be so much helpful here, guys. Big thank you on that one. So, pressure on you, Tim. What are your thoughts on the race tonight? Do you think there'll be a shock, or do you think there'll be what you see is what you're going to get for the top 3?
I mean, I think it's going to be a Ferrari podium for sure, but then that still leaves one more spot, and everyone was saying that Lozak is really fast, so I feel like I'm taking the easy out here, but I'm going to have to say that it's going to be the 2 Ferraris and Lozak on the podium, simply because Lozak in the Haas, which, you know, it hurts me to say, the Haas is not the best car out there by far. So, with him being able to rocket to second place, and Ferocious Dan, we actually have some issues with him, so hopefully that can be resolved soon. But with Lozak being able to rocket to second place, and so very close to the pole position in the Haas machine, when the Ferraris were so dominant earlier on in the qualifying session, I do believe that he is almost a shoo-in for this podium if we even get the race going, because apparently we're having some major technical difficulties.
So I think with Jos, who unfortunately had a disconnection issue, he could not get back into his car. So unfortunately, we'll have a restart, guys. I've just been confirmed. We've had restart here. So we will have to restart again. So unfortunately, guys, we will be back up live and exclusive for you guys, so don't go anywhere. Actually, just get a quick drink if you want, but the guys are leaving now because we will be restarting the race. This is not live now, it's just we've had some technical difficulties from Jos's car, so hopefully we'll try and get themselves backed up and ready to go. So we will be back up in a moment or two, guys. So I'm not sure what's happening with tonight's with tonight itself, because we've had a few issues with some of the cars, problems with the cars, technical difficulty problems there from there. But hopefully we'll try and get that confirmed and sorted in a moment or two. But while we're waiting for that, Tim, from that qualifying as well, was there anyone that you thought that might do well in the race at probably near the back of the grid, if you can remember?
Well, there was Luke Bailey. He was about 6th or 7th, you know, and he's in the Mercedes, and the Mercedes being the best car, that is, you know, you definitely cannot count them out. But then Sheepy, you know, he rocketed up to about 4th place. I don't remember where he wound up at the end of it all, but Sheepy could also pull through and do well.
Absolutely, absolutely. But while it could happen here, because it's been very rare cases where someone who drives from the back of the grid to get a podium here, or get at least a win here. So absolutely manic stuff here as well. But it's you would love to see that. You would love to see that as a neutral perspective. But you gotta say fair play to that driver, whoever does it as well. But with this realistic performance league, anything can happen here tonight. Anything can happen, and with Boy Better Know on his form here, he might have a challenge for the Ferraris here, as well as Lozak, who's replaced Jacob, who unfortunately cannot carry on. Has done well there to get into the top 3 here tonight. But we'll try and get that confirmed with the positions here. But if you just bear with us 1 second, guys, we'll try and make sure we can get back in a moment or two.
So if Boy Better Know was able to, you know, break through for a podium or even a win, because he was talking to us earlier and he was mentioning that, you know, the Toro Rosso, he's struggling in it. It just does not have a lot of power. At least not by his standards. So he's really not happy with the car that he's in. But if he was still able to break through and keep that podium no matter what, you know, in a car that he hates, I would say he would be the happiest man in the world.
He would be. He would be the happiest man in the world here as well. But with the toe at Monza, you just never know what to expect back, and I've seen so many brilliant overtake moves there, especially just when you get that good run out at Parabolica corner and then into the first corner as well. So many unbelievable stuff there. I I can't pick a winner. Ozone, aka Never Miss, who's had 71 races at Invictus and he's not won a race yet. Could it be this time here tonight to finally break the duck here, Tim?
I mean, it's definitely possible. He is the pole sitter after all, and in a Ferrari, it's almost like the stars are aligning for him. He's just going to have to get it done here today, and it would be so very amazing to see someone get their first win, because the emotion, just the raw emotion and happiness or excitement, however you want to describe it, of a driver getting their first win is something that I love to see.
Absolutely. But what's annoying is, obviously, we have to restart because of issues with with the technical difficulties from the cars into from the driver's perspective. Now the drivers who have had the qualifying, especially in the top 10, they'll have the fresher tyre wear as well. And I think, yes, it's a bit of a downside to it because you just never know what to expect back. And obviously, it was going to be a dry race as well, so the admins will just try and get that sorted for the custom grid and try and get that spot on for the park firmware will be off because obviously they have to get their setups perfect again. And also with the weather as well, it was clear slash light cloudish, so we say. But it's just to me, I feel like it's a bit unfair for the drivers who, at the back of the grid, they have to push that car even more further than ever before because the top 10 have got fresher tyres. Don't you agree, Tim?
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's just the name of the game.
Absolutely. But we can't argue with that because we're going back into the restart of the race here. If you just joined, ladies and gentlemen, we've just done the qualifying. We've just had some technical difficulties with a few of the drivers here tonight. So unfortunately, we had to restart the race. We didn't actually start it, but we just it's only just happened when the formation lap kicked in as well. Mike says, this is so unfair. If you wanted to start out of the top 10 because of tyres, then you're screwed now. That's what we was on about, Mike. It was, as I said, it was a bit unfair on, which to me, it's like a bit unfair on the drivers who try and plan an even longer space, especially if you're going for the hards and stuff. Try and get that long into the race here and then go for the softs at the end. Now that's just never going to be a possibility now, Tim.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate for for those drivers, and sadly that's just the name of the game with esports. Sometimes is you'll have some sort of connection issue or just some sort of glitch in the system that causes these things that would otherwise be unforeseeable. Absolutely.
But we're just trying to get the last bit of confirmation from the setup here, and then we're about to kick off and ready to go here. But at the moment here, Ozone Typhoon at the pole position time. Unbelievable stuff there. I was hoping someone was going to hit the 119s, but like I said, I'm not Mystic Malc. I'm not going to predict any more times after I said 5/10 from Sheepy's time earlier on. That was unbelievable stuff there. Mike says, I miss when we could stay quiet and just load it up. Yeah, that would have been a lot more easier as well. Hopefully the formation lap will be back on as well. Hopefully the formation lap's back on so we can get themselves prepped and ready to go. And I'll tell you what, Tim, since we've done all this, once we get onto the grid, because hopefully it's back on the formation lap, I'll let you do the honours, Tim.
And an honor it always is, Malc. We'll have to just wait, though. And I'm sitting here, I really want to get this race underway, because this, I think, is going to be very exciting. I mean, it's Monza, after all, a very high-speed circuit. And you've got, a Ferrari 1-3 right now with a Haas stuck right in the middle, which is, by association, I guess, a Ferrari. So it's going to be very interesting, to say the least.
It will be very interesting stuff indeed as well. So, it'll be very interesting stuff. But, like I said, I know I keep saying it because of the long straights as well. And it feels like Spain at Barcelona track all over again when you go down the hill here. But you're going to go a little bit uphill part there of the Italian Grand Prix here at the Monza track. I'm going to repeat this again. This is the 98th race of the Realistic Performance League of Invictus Racing League, the Founder League, shall we say. So it's on round 8. I can't believe that. By the time we hit round 10, we will hit the 100 marker at Brazil. That'll be immense stuff there as well. But here's a trivia for you as well. What was the first race ever being held at Invictus Realistic Performance League, Tim? Have a guess. While we're waiting for it to load up.
Was it Monza 2017?
No, not Monza 2017. You have got right of the 2017 game, but it's let's see. It was Bahrain last week. It was Bahrain. Bahrain was the one track. And do you know who got pole position on that day as well?
Was it you?
It was indeed the first ever pole position sitter, just beating. I think it was. I can't remember his name now. His name rings a bell now, and I'm going to kick myself. I can't remember his name now, but he was immense driver there as well, and it was an unbelievable drive. Mike says, yeah, Founder League, good description, Malc. It was the Founder League, the Realistic Performance League. That's where it all started. That's where it all kicked off here. So, like I said, so we're just waiting for it to get loaded up and ready to go. I think we're all about to set off and ready to go here. I think we will have the formation up, but just in case if we don't, I'll let you do the honours, Tim, by carrying on.
Yeah. So you've sort of went the David Coulthard route.
Absolutely, and then retired now for a bit longer, shall we say, during the racing stuff side. But hopefully one day I'll come back racing. But one day, oh God, I've got that wrong. Got that right there. So hopefully we'll try and get that sorted. But one day I'll come back and race at Invictus. Just come out of the contest box just for that one season to see what happens there. Tranquility, that was the one. Tranquility won the race here at Bahrain in the very first Realistic Performance League race. I remember that dearly. And then Monaco was the second race. That was hell, and I won that race, and I remembered that. That was the second race we ever done, and that was just immense stuff. But with Monza track itself, is there any good tips? If you was driving now, would you say any good tips for the drivers here tonight?
Be careful. Be extremely careful, because these high-speed corners will upset your car so very much.
Absolutely. The crucial corners to watch out for, especially on the drivers, because you will have a silly bang moment there, which would be, as we're coming up now on my screen, on the stream now, is the Ozone Typhoon, which is the Ascari corner. If you mess it up badly there at the end of Ascari, on the left-hand side, you can hit the curb and hit the wall on the left-hand side, so you're going to have to be absolutely careful there. I know you have to be quick, but you have to be absolutely manic stuff there as well. But guys, it's an honour. I can't believe this is the 98th race in the Invictus Racing League, the 50th race for TL4FS's racing career at Invictus. So that'll be immense stuff here tonight. Let's see if we can try and pull off a good podium here if you can, or you might do well to try and get some decent points here tonight as well. Meg says, I remembered in my first Invictus race in the Performance League, I passed you around the outside turn 1 at Suzuka, Mike. That was immense stuff as well. But I tell you what, Tim, for the third time, I'll let you do the honours of doing the grid now.
And an honour it is indeed, so long as this honour is actually able to happen, as we see all the drivers lining up for their appropriate positions on the grid, their earned positions on the grid that then had to be set customly due to technical difficulties. But no harm, no foul. All the drivers, they are ready. And I am ready too. Malc is ready. The folks at home, I hope you're ready, because if you're not, you are about to miss a really great show. And here we go. You hear those drivers. You hear those engines. They are revving and their eyes are fixed to the up, going to the lights. 4 red lights, 5 red lights, no red lights, and away we go. Here we go. Ozone Typhoon. It is green right now. He is getting an early lead with Lozak still in second and F1 Mr. P in third. Ozone Typhoon out in a league of his own already as they head down to the first corner.
We had a 3 to bed. We've had a 3 to bed moment there. Absolutely.
And Mr. P is off. Mr. P and Lozak is off in the grass in the second corner.
Oh, what happened there? What? I did not see that bit. I was watching all the cars try and do well there at the first corner there. So what happened? What happened, Tim?
Lozak's front wing got caught in the rear of F1 Mr. P, and they both just kind of got sent off the corner into the gravel.
Oh, no. So Mr. P, who had a brilliant qualifying in third place here, he's dropped himself right down to 16th. Same with Lozak, who's started off in second place now. He's back to 14th place here. But we might have a 3-car battle here. We've got a 3-car battle here for a scary corner here. Oh, unbelievable stuff there. But also Typhoon is 2.5 seconds of a gap away from Boy Better Know. So could this be the 72nd time here for Ozone Typhoon to win his first ever race here? Tim?
It's looking really well for him, but it is still so very early in this race. But Ozone Typhoon already 2.5 seconds ahead of the rest of the pack. Meanwhile, the rest of the pack, they are nose to tail, at least the top 2 and 3, second and third. Boy Better Know and Sheepy 83 as they complete the first lap. Sheepy 83 and the Red Bull just trying to get that slipstream off of Boy Better Know, but not able to make a pass just yet, of course, without DRS. But he's going to try to dive down anyway. Dive down to the inside, and there is contact, and that sends Boy Better Know off the track and through the chicane. And now Sheepy's in the gravel. Sheepy's in the gravel now, and Sheepy's dropped all the way back to the 9th position, and Boy Better Know in the 5th position.
Yeah, I think there was a bit of a late break in there from Sheepy. Unfortunately, he had to break there. But TL4S has moved up to 4th place. He's moved up to 4th place here. What a drive from him so far. Tim!
What a drive indeed for that Alfa Romeo driver, currently riding behind last season's champion, Mr. Sky Z in the Williams. TL4S in the Alfa Romeo, and actually going just a little bit wide, almost getting the grass, but just barely getting that line perfect. And that is just how close to the edge that these drivers push these cars. And he has to be careful, because Boy Better Know, who he knows is fast, is breathing down his neck and gaining on him and riding on board with him now. He is using the slipstream to try to get as close to the Alfa Romeo as he can. Will he try to make the move? I don't think he will. Not this time. That was so very close. And that's something that you can only see at Monza, is those cars running that close for that long and not trying to make a move.
Yeah, there's some absolutely unbelievable stuff there. Some risky moves from what I saw there as well. But hopefully we'll try and get that sorted out. But we might have a 2. We've got a 2 to mid. Delange moves up to 6th place here. Luke Bailey drops down to 7th place here. What a move there. Suspun moves up to 11th place here. Starting right at the back here. So he might have a chance of getting some points here tonight. So hopefully he'll try and improve there as quickly as possible. But I'm still going back to Boy Better Know, because he's right on the tail of TL4S. But this might be a chance here. This might be an unbelievable chance here. We're only on lap 3:27, Tim.
I know, and this is just a crazy battle. You think that it's the last lap the way these drivers are running. TL4S starting to gain on Mr. Sky Z now and putting some distance between him and the Toro Rosso of Boy Better Know. Going into turn 4, it looked as though Boy Better Know might have just barely got the back of TL4S, maybe sending him through that corner a little bit faster than he wanted to, but no harm, no foul, so long as there's no front wing damage on Boy Better Know's car. But just as I say that, it does look like... And TL4S, he spun! TL4S has spun, he's in the wall, and now it is a DNF for TL4S, and that is exactly what I was saying now, is you gotta be careful, because these high-speed corners, they will absolutely destroy your race.
Yeah, they're destroying this race here completely at the end of the scary corner there. I don't know if there will be a safety car, but we might have a 3-car battle here. Oh, please be a 3 in the bed. Oh, there's still space out there, but we might have a couple of battles here. Come on, Todd, come on.
And there is contact between Delange and Boy Better Know as they go through the first corner. Boy Better Know just barely holds on to it.
Oh, absolutely unbelievable stuff there. What a... Oh, Sheepy. Was that Sheepy? Was that Sheepy? Sheepy! Come on! Oh, Todd Avalanche! Todd Avalanche! Oh! Unbelievable stuff there. That was close. I'll tell you what, I don't know if there was any gap there at that point in time there, but some of the stuff there, you don't know what to say after that. You just really do not know what to say after that. But look at Luke Bailey now, trying to close on Delange now. Down the straight here, with the DRS straight now. Luke Bailey moves up to 5th place. Oh, he's got gravel. He's got the gravel. He's dropped down from 5th to 8th place in a matter of one Ascari corner there. Ascari's been the worst corner of them all tonight, Tim.
And that doesn't surprise me. You're slowing way down after a really long DRS straight. It's gotta definitely throw a monkey wrench into things. And now we got two Red Bulls fighting each other. Delange and Sheepy 83 going down the front stretch. Will Sheepy be able to make a move? He's gonna try to do it, and he has the DRS. He's going on the outside as they head to turn 1. Delange now moving back to 6th and almost falling in behind Sheepy. In fact, yes, he does. But Sheepy, he overshoots the corner. He overshoots the chicane. But he's going to be able to hold on to 5th position, at least for the time being. But he overshot that corner. I'm surprised that did not result in a time penalty. But it doesn't matter. He does not have time to stow about it because Delange is now making a move on him. And he has passed him as they head to turn 4.
What a move there, what a move, what a battle there from the two Red Bulls to give him some wings there. But Sheepy hasn't got any wings because he's just had a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. While we watch this battle here, Boy Better Know has moved up to the podium here tonight in 3rd place here, passing Mr. Sky C, the Drivers' Championship leader here. What a drive here from Boy Better Know. Unfortunately, had a little bit of a contact at turn 1 in a matter of a few laps ago here. But this has been absolutely manic stuff there. Fantastic stuff there. But the two Red Bulls, come on! Come on! Come on! We want some absolute banter. Brilliant. Come on, overtake modes. Come on! Come on! Will it be an unbelievable moment here? Oh, will it be unbelievable stuff here? Oh my days, we might have a 3. Please, please be a 3 to bed. But Tyler actually is not close enough to the two Red Bulls here. But the two Red Bulls will have another battle here, Tim. I'll let you do the honours of this.
Sheepy and Delange, yet again, it's just going to be the Red Bull battle here today, at least for 5th and 6th position. But now Sheepy has the upper hand trying to go by Delange and going on the outside. That's going to allow Ton Almanac to try to close in as well. There's a little bit of contact between the Red Bull teammates, but Sheepy's going to hold on and not overshoot the corner this time. And he's going to hang on to that 5th position. But Delange, he is using the slipstream to try to get by Sheepy, and he made the move here at this very spot last lap. And now he's going to try to make it again, but he's going on the outside. Going to be very careful to not overshoot this corner. Meanwhile, Sheepy might have cut that chicane, and Sheepy even going through the gravel, but so is Delange. Both Red Bull drivers going through the gravel just a little bit there. Sheepy running in 6th, Delange in 7th, 5th and 6th. And Delange just going a little bit wide, getting so very close to that gravel, but still keeping it on track, going down this very long DRS straight and trying to go on the outside. Delange trying to pass his teammate Sheepy, and he will clear him. Todd Almanac, meanwhile, sitting back behind there, just watching this. He's like, go ahead, guys, fight it out, and then I'll join you once my tires are cool and yours are worn out.
Yeah, well, the top, 5th, 6th and 7th place battling out here. Luke Bailey slowly creeping in to this 3-car battle. Oh my God, please, come on, we want a 3 in the bed moment here. We want a 3 in the bed. We might have a guaranteed to. Oh, lovely helicopter. Oh my days, that could have been hit the pit entry there. Oh, Sheepy's trying to make the move again. He doesn't know where to go. Oh, we might have a 3. Come on, come on, no, no, oh no, we would have had a 3 in the bed there. We would have had a 3 in the bed moment here. Absolutely unbelievable stuff. We nearly had a 3 in the bed. We nearly had a 3 in the bed there. Oh my days, Nitrogas moves up to 9th place now. Unbelievable stuff there. Ozone, all he has to do is just manage his car, and he's got home dry for his first win at Invictus, Tim.
Yeah, Ozone, he is doing such a magnificent job at the moment, as Ferocious Dan is actually, running in the 2nd position, but Ozone is just so very far ahead of him that he's literally in a league of his own.
Absolutely, league of his own, but we got the two Red Bulls who are having a league of their own here at Monza. Absolutely manic stuff there between Delange and Sheepy now. Oh my days, I don't think I'm going to have any voice left here. Spud's trying closing on Nigel now for 9th place here. While we're still watching this battle here for the 2 Red Bulls here. We want to try and move about here, guys, I promise you that. But look at the background there. We might have to go back to Nigel and Spud just before the end of the straight line speed here. But here we go. Can we see Sheepy trying to make the move here? Watching it now. Delange is trying to go on, holding on the defensive line here. And Sheepy's pushing that car to the limit here. We have a 2 in the bed. We've got a 2 in the bed. Come on. Oh, Sheepy. Oh, Sheepy. Unbelievable stuff there. Nigel gets the spot. Oh, come on. Oh, this has been a brilliant battle. But Nigel Cash will have to hold on in against Stephen now with the 2 in the bed. We've got a 2 in the bed moment here. Oh, my days. Brilliant stuff, absolutely brilliant stuff there, but Nigel Cash holding on. Nigel Cash is going to hold on here, but Stephen might have a chance here to try and make the move. Oh, no. He does not make, well, Nigel Cash will back up to 10th place here. And I'll tell you what, we're going to go back to the Red Bull of Delange, Ton Avalanche and Luke Bailey. Tim.
Been watching this battle and monitored it for a while. Ton Avalanche tried to get by Delange heading to turn 4, but Delange denied him that access. Of course, Delange only running at 6th at the moment because he overshot the first corner chicane. It's what Sheepy did a couple laps ago, and then Delange followed into his footsteps. And what did I say, Mac? When you're heading down a very long straightaway like that, and then all of a sudden you have to slow down, it's just so very difficult to get it timed perfectly right. And Delange and Sheepy both have had issues with that. Ton Avalanche, he's been the one with the front row seat of it all, trying to watch it and trying to learn from it and trying to take advantage of it when he can, but not able to at the moment. Delange, meanwhile, trying to get by his teammate, but not going to be able to do it, not even close that time, as they head through turns 1 and 2, that very slow corner chicane, and Sheepy getting a better exit out of turn 2, as Ton Albanov now has a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, undoubtedly for corner cutting, and that's just what we're seeing a lot of here today. But now Luke Bailey trying to go on the inside of Ton Albanov as they head to turn 4, and Luke Bailey will clear that Toro Rosso. Luke Bailey, who was in the grass just a few laps ago, move him up to 7th, at least for the time being.
What a move there from Luke Bailey there, because Ton Avalanche, unfortunately, had a little bit of a corner cut there at turn 1 there, so he's just trying to be as fair as possible there. So fair play to Ton Avalanche here. 2 Red Bulls again, battling out. Bomb. I'm going to go back to Tom Avalanche here, to Luke Bailey here, to battling out there for 7th place again here. Still on that moment of madness here before the Ascari corner here. If you just joined, ladies and gentlemen, 50th race for TL4S at the Invictus Racing League. This will be the one to not remember. Unfortunately, he's the first DNF of the race here tonight, so he's out of the race here, unfortunately. But if you have just joined after laps 10, where the hell have you been? It's been a brilliant race. It's been so much battles galore here. This is the part where the soft tyres at probably about 11 or 12 here. So probably at lap 12, 13. Oh, Delange, the former Performance League winner. Twice winner. Oh, what a move! What a move there from Delange. But Sheepy's still going. Sheepy is still going there. He's still trying to make the move. Oh, he's trying to make the move here on 5th place. He's going. Oh my days! Delange is trying to make it as big as possible here, but he does hold on for that Red Bull car. Tim.
Yeah, Delange, he was making it as wide as possible for Ton Almanach just a couple laps ago, and now he's doing the same for his teammate. And it's just, I am so surprised to see this kind of battle here. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be, but it's just the fact that it's a constant jostle for position. And like we were saying in the qualifying session, now it's all about the toe, and you can get so much speed with the toe, and we see that right now as Sheepy was actually gaining so very much on Delange there, but just not enough room to pass. And now they have another long straightaway, and Sheepy trying to get that slipstream, because Delange is basically just a sitting duck. It's almost like you have an extra half of DRS, but now going through this very wide right-hander, it doesn't really affect the cars as much as it would on a straightaway, but that's going to allow Sheepy going on the outside to get by his teammate of Delange, but Delange ducks into the pits anyway, so it does not matter.
Oh, we would have had a 4 in a bed moment there. Jos is out of the race here. Jos is out of the race here. I'm trying to see where he's crashed. He's crashed at Ascari. As you can see at the bottom right corner of the screen there, he was out of the race here. So it's the second DNF driver out of the race here tonight. Oh, Stephen! Oh, Stephen, we're having a ding-dong bout here with Nigel Gasher. Jos is having in some races where he's brilliant. And well, he's been doing some brilliant races there, but Jos has been really unlucky a few times every time when he's been racing at the Realistic Performance League lately. But hopefully he'll try and bounce back next week as well. So for round 9, I can't believe that, round 9 as well. Mike says Typhoon doing everything right so far. He is doing everything right. All he can do is just produce the goods here. That's all he has to do. Just produce the goods and he'll be absolutely fine with that. But Lozak and Delange here with 12th and 13th place here. 3/10 here with that bell so far. Oh, so Typhoon, the driver's leader on the race here tonight, is in the pit stop now. Will Frostad, Sheepy and Tyre Balanche will go in now because they will have to go to the mediums and they can go all the way to the end of the race here. They can go all the way to the end of the race here as well. But oh, look at this! Red Bull! Red Bull! Oh, what a move against Lozak! But Lozak will be saying, no, I'll try to make the move done and dusted here. But he's going to try and down the straight here. Lozak will have a chance here now, Tim. I'll let you do the honours.
Lozak trying to get by Delange 93 here as they go by the final corner. This very wide right-hander and heading down the front straightaway. Of course, Delange, he is already pitted. Meanwhile, Lozak, it looks like he is not pitted. He's elected to take the hard tires. So 10 laps on those hard tires right now with Delange on fresh mediums. But that's not going to stop Lozak from trying to go around Delange on the outside as they head to turn 1. But Delange, he brakes very, very late and just barely makes that corner. That was probably the best way that you could take that corner under those circumstances. Delange rockets off with 11th place, at least for the time being, but Lozak going to try to fight back here as they head to turn 4, but not close enough to think about a move.
Not close enough there at all, but I'm going to go back to Ozone. Ozone makes the move before a scary corner there on the fresher tyres, on the medium tyres here. So Spud will have to pit in the next 5 more laps. Yeah, about lap 16, 17, that's all they have to do. But so Spud, Nojagash, Stephen, they are the only ones who have not had any pit stops yet. Same with Lozak or Sabi as well. Absolutely manic stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely manic stuff here for Oshstan. We'll have a chance to know Stephen now for 4th place here. Lozak will have another chance with Delange here again. But fair play to Lozak, who's on the hard tyres, beating Delange, trying to beat Delange here on the fresher medium tyres as well. Sab's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings now, but for Oshstan, nearly made the move. He had a glance there, but he tried to make the move there. Done and dusted there, but for Oshstan, he got a good exit there, turn 2 there. Oh my days, for Oshstan. He needs to do something against those Stephen, who's on the older medium tyres here. Oh, as well. But who are you watching so far, Tim?
Riding on board with Ferocious Dan as he's trying to go on the attack to O'Steven, but he has another 3-second time penalty. I believe that is 2 for Ferocious Dan, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Ferocious Dan definitely struggling here, though, nonetheless.
Oh!
And he's struggling to try to get that McLaren by that Renault, but right now with having the DRS, he might have the advantage. He is there. He's on the outside. They are side by side, more or less, and wheel to wheel. But who will have the advantage? And O'Steven just let Ferocious stand by. So O'Steven now in 5th with Ferocious stand in the 4th position.
Brilliant move there just before a Scary there for Ferocious stand. But O'Steven, I think he was just being absolutely cautious there. And I don't blame you on that one. But we might have a 2-car battle here between Ferocious stand and Nigel here. So Spud pits now. So Spud has pitted. He'll have to go on the hards here. He's got no choice but to go on the hards here. But look at Ferocious stand. Ferocious stand trying to make the move! Makes the move! And he does it! He makes the move at turn 1! Brilliant move! Brilliant move there from Ferocious stand there. Nigel was a sitting duck here. But O'Steven will try and push that car to limit here. Meg says, pit stops jigs things up a little. It has. Oh, so let's go 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Madness stuff here, absolutely manic stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. We're on lap 14 or 27. We're just nearly hitting the halfway marker here. Brilliant stuff there, but Sheepy trying to close in on Time Avalanche, and also Lozak again on Delange here for 10th and 11th place here. But the most oh, who's that? Delange! Delange! Oof, he's got to be careful there. He doesn't want to get this. Oh, he's retired. Delange is retired on the track there. So will that be a safety car here? We'll have to wait and see. But at the moment here, I don't know if there was any contact there between Delange and Lozak, because they were close. They were close to each other just for that brief moment there. But Time Avalanche team is closing in on Sheepy here for 8th place.
I'm not trying so desperately to use that slipstream, but he knows that he's going to have to stay in line and wait at least till the front straightaway if he's going to make a move. Both of these drivers pitted at about the same time, so they have the same age on their tires. It's just a matter of who is quicker at the moment. And with Todd Almanac having the DRS and having the slipstream, he is definitely quicker than Sheepy, and so that allows him to pass him and just fly by him. But now Sheepy is back on the offensive, trying to get by Todd Almanac, and even a little bit of contact there through turn 2. But no harm, no foul. They're out of turn 2. Todd Almanac getting a little bit of a better run, but of course with that bump from Sheepy, it definitely helped matters. Sheepy, meanwhile, dropping back a little bit. Not sure if he has any front wing damage. For his sake, I hope not, but I really cannot get a good look at the front of that car.
Just to give you a bit of a recap there, Tim, he has got no problems at all with the front end. He has got no problems at all. All the front wing is absolutely intact there, so he's absolutely fine there. Boy Better Now and Mr. Sky C, they're the two rivals outside of the track here as well as on the track here. But let's go side by side! Boy! You better believe it, Sunshine! Absolutely unbelievable stuff there. What a move there. What an absolute move there from Boy Better Now there. What a move there against Mr. Sky C for 4th place here. What a move. I don't know if you saw that, Tim, but what a move there at the Ascari part of the track there, Tim.
I didn't see it, but I'm seeing the aftermath of it now, and I'm seeing Boy Better Know actually pull away from Mr. Sky Z, and that is something that I know that our defending champion does not want to have to deal with, but nonetheless, it is what's happening. He has DRS, and he's able to close that gap just a little bit, as Boy Better Know has now caught the Haas machine of Nitro Gas running in 3rd. So that's actually going to slow up Boy Better Know and allow Mr. Sky Z to close in. So that might actually be a blessing in disguise for Mr. Sky Z, so long as he doesn't get held up by Nitro Gas as well. Nitro Gas has 15 laps on his medium tires. Those are the tires that he started with, where the guys behind him and in front of him all have fresh mediums.
Oh, Mr. P! Mr. P is out of the race here as well. Not sure what happened there, but we might have to go back to Lozak here. But at the moment here, Boy Better Know might have a chance here to get a podium here tonight, because he's on the fresher tyres and he's being Nitro Gas on track here. Nitro Gas will have to go to the pits in a moment or two. He might have to go to the pits now or maybe in the next lap or so, but Boy Better Know is going to shoot himself off away from the Ascari track part now. But Mr. Sky C try and close in on Nitro Gas now for 4th place here. Yellow flag set to 1. Yellow flag set to 1. So something must happen there. Harry says Scott loves Monza. Well, we definitely know he loves Monza here. But here we go, Mr. Sky C. So Nitro Gas has gone to the pits now. Nitro Gas has gone into the pits now. So he might just come out just by where Spud might be. But Time Avalanche goes side by side to the bed. What a move! What a move there from Time Avalanche here. But can Sheepy... Oh! Oof. Oh, Sheepy was trying to get back into that move there, but unfortunately he was got hit on the car, Time Avalanche, and it's just gone off track there. So now this will now bring Spud slowly back into play here. So at the moment now, we've got a little bit of a gaps from each drivers here tonight, Tim. Is there any drivers that have impressed you so far?
Well, I'm going to have to say that Mr. Sky Z has impressed me. He did not really start, that far toward the front, but he's been able to persevere and really ride around in what is now the 4th position. And we have about 11 laps left in this race, but it does seem as though what we see is what we're going to get, more or less anyway. And Mr. Sky Z running in fourth is definitely a respectable position here today. And he was another driver, along with Boy Better Know, who, again, very impressive, running in third, was not happy with his car choice. But Mr. Sky Z, he seems to be in the Williams more often than he's not. So I would imagine by this point, he has figured out a thing or two with that car.
He has got a thing or two, but he's like I said, even though he does not like the car choices now and again, but he has produced the goods on track here as well, just to prove everyone wrong here. But at the moment, he is a 3-time world champion as well. Lozak's got a 3-second time battle for multiple ones. He's going to be for his 4th world title, quadruple, which it has never ever happened before at Invictus Racing League. So he could be the first driver ever. He is the first driver ever, if I remembered it right, before it got changed, where he has not won a race and still won the title there. Sab has got the fastest up the race here with 122.585 here. So he is outside the top 10, so he won't get that extra point here. But if he does somehow get into the top 10, he will get that fabulous point there, extra there. But while we're mentioning that, the Drivers' Championship standings as we speak, Mr. Sky Z is in the lead with 56 points. TL4S was in second with 51 points, but he'll get dropped down depending on where everyone else is. Nitrogash is in third with 44 points. He had 2 podiums in a row, so he'll be very, very lucky if he gets another podium here tonight. But at the moment he's in 10th place now. Sab is in 4th place with 43 points. Luke Bailey is in 5th with 39 points. Frustan is in 6th with 39 points. Time Avalanche is in 7th with 35 points. Yoss is in 8th with 31 points. So that's the 3rd DNF in a row here for Yoss. 9th was 26 points was O'Stephen. 10th place is in Spud with 23 points, and the rest are under 23 points so far in the Drivers' Championship standings. But manic stuff here, absolutely manic stuff here. But unfortunately now the gaps have all gone even bigger now, because we just did not know what's going to happen there as well. But absolutely manic stuff here, Tim. Would you say, what was your best battle so far while we're waiting for another battle going on?
Oh man, how do you pick one? I mean, there was the battle between the Red Bulls and the Toro Rosso, so basically 3 Red Bulls there. And, other than that, there was O'Stephen and, was it Nitrogash?
Yes, O'Stephen, Nitrogash.
Yeah, and it was also, I think, Ferocious Stan and O'Stephen at one point during pit stops. And then Mr. Sky Z and Boy Better Know. So it's just been a constant string of different battles. And Ozone Typhoon has not been involved in any of it. He has been ahead of this race since the first lap. He has had at least a 2.5 second lead. And at the moment, that is actually 9.7 seconds over second place of Ferocious Stan. And Ferocious Stan himself has 4.1 seconds on third place of Boy Better Know.
I think that'll be the one to watch here, because he is getting close here, Boy Better Know. So we're going to watch it from his point of view here, because he is pushing that car to liberty. He absolutely loves Monster here. Can you imagine Boy Better Know to win the race here? I know it's a hardcore here with 13 seconds behind, but can you imagine that with Boy Better Know stealing the Forza Ferrari of the hometown of Monster here? That'll be mad scenes here, absolutely mad scenes here. But I think Boy Better Know will have a chance here on Frustan for second place here. But Harry makes us Scott's going to get down, which you just seen. Harry says Scott deserves at least podium. I've been robbed last night. Like I said, I don't know what happened last night, but explain what happened there, Harry. What happened to Scott? In the chat, if you wanted to explain, so we can get some more conversations going. If you like what you see so far, guys.
Now I'm curious.
Yeah, I think all of us want to know what happened there. But if you like what you see so far, guys, please make sure you like, subscribe to the Invictus Racing League channel for all the live races here as well. So we're just waiting for that live exclusive for you guys. Sorry for the cough there. Not fit enough. Harry says Puncher last lap was in third place. Lars got another 3 second time penalty for multiple wars. So, but I don't want to cause a jinx or anything like that, but let's hope Boy Better Know has managed his tyre wear perfectly tonight to hold on for third place here. But like I said, I'm not cursing it as a commentator's curse, but I have seen it happen before where someone's done ever so well and then they forgot to check the tyre wear at the last lap and it cost them dearly. Sheepy had another penalty. I'm not sure if it was 3 seconds or 5 seconds, but it was definitely at least a penalty there from Sheepy's point of view there. But Luke Bailey could be closing in on Mr. Sky C now for 4th place here, but absolutely manic scenes here as well. But let's see if Harry's right here. I was going to say Harry Houdini to try and predict Boy Better Know to finish in 3rd place after what happened from what we've been told last night there. But 3.6 is the gap here. Now, here's a trivia for you guys. Do you think Boy Better Know will get Ferocious Dan by lap 26? I think. Do you agree, Tim?
Will Boy Better Know get Ferocious Dan by lap 26? Truth be told, I don't think Boy Better Know is going to get to Ferocious Dan at all. Boy Better Know has slightly older tires, only 1 lap older than Ferocious Dan, and he has been cutting away at that gap, but I also seen Ferocious Dan sort of being able to pull away, so it's really just been a big jostle for position. He was 3.5 seconds when I started talking about this, for example, but now he's all the way down to 2.7, and I'm curious to see where he's going to be in 1 or 2 laps' time. It's up to 2.8 now, so it's just so very random. If Boy Better Know wants to get by Ferocious Dan, he's going to have to run the rest of this race absolutely perfect. Every single corner will have to be perfect if he wants to get to Ferocious Dan.
You have to do it perfectly. About the moment here is about 2.9 seconds of a gap there. That's why I said I predicted lap 26. By then, that will be the closest one. And it looked like it was going to be close, but yellow flag set to turn. Oh, Stephen! Oh, Stephen's out! Oh, Stephen is out of the race here. Where has happened? Got yellow flags there. Yellow flags there. Just trying to see where his car was. Oh, he's lost it at turn at the Lesmo corner, the second Lesmo corner there. So he's out of the race here. We've had 16 drivers. Now we have 11 drivers here. We're absolutely manic stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely manic stuff here. But Sir Spud might have a chance here on Sheepy now for 7th place here on the frantic race here, on the hard tyres here as well. Sheepy will have to defend here, but Sir Spud, oh, I thought he was going to try and make the move here as well. Absolutely manic stuff here. We're on lap 23 and 27 of the Invictus Racing League, the Realistic Performance League as well. But we just have to wait and see what happens here at this moment in time. But Sir Spud is trying to push that car to the limit here as well. And he's right on the tail there. He's absolutely right on the tail there. Absolutely manic stuff there. We've got Luke Bailey trying to close in on Mr. Sky Z for 4th place here. I think by lap 26, I might be right here with Boy Better Know's prediction here, because he might get Ferocious Dan here, because depending on whatever happens here tonight, the penalties will kick in. The penalties will kick in at any moment in time here. So Luke Bailey still trying to close in on Mr. Sky C. So Spud and Sheepy, we've had a few laps where we could not get any battles galore, and now we're going to get the battles here at the crucial points here tonight, at the glorious ghost race of the Monza Grand Prix here, or the Italian Grand Prix as well. So Luke Bailey trying to hold on here for dear life here. So Spud is trying everything he can here to try and push that car to the limit. So I'm going to go back to Luke Bailey now to get closer to Mr. Sky, who's trying to push that car. Looks like he's got another 3-second time play. He's got to be careful there. He might be having a disqualification here if he doesn't watch out here. So at the moment here, Sab, let me check on the fastest lap here. Oh, the biggest position changes here. So Spud's the biggest mover with 8 positions here. And fastest lap was Sab with a 1:22.536 as well. So at the moment here, Sab will get the fastest lap point. He'll get an extra point here if he can try and hold on here as much as possible. 2 Mercs are battling out here for 4th and 5th, and also 7th and 8th respectively here. But the one we're watching now is Luke Bailey trying to close in Mr. Sky C now down the straight here for 4th place here, passing a scary corner here where some drivers were unfortunately off the track here tonight. which we saw TL4S on his 50th race. Unfortunately, his 50th race will never be remembered or will be forgotten. Hopefully we'll bounce back next week here. But here we go, Luke Bailey right on the tail there, Mr. Sky C now. Right on the tail now, so I'm going to watch it from this point of view here now. Mr. Sky C will be on the inside line now, trying to do everything possible here. Luke Bailey makes the move! Makes the move, done and dusted there with the DRS straight there. So nice move there from Luke Bailey there. Oh, he's lost the biv. Oh my days, Luke Bailey has made a massive mistake there, which is now brought Mr. Sky C. I think, yeah, fair play to Luke Bailey there. Fair play to there. He misjudged his cornering at turn 2 there. At the chicane point of view, hopefully he'll try and bounce back here as quickly as possible here. So at the moment here, Osan Typhoon, as far as we know, he's just shot off in the distance here, and he has won the race here in well, at the moment in first place. Frostan with 11-second gap here in second place, but I did say on lap 26 it could be close here with 1.5 here of the gap here, but Luke Bailey will try and bounce back on Mr. Scorsese again here for 4th place. So Boy Better Know needs to push that car to the limit here as well. But at the moment here, the top 3 will have their moment of joy here. So Luke Bailey doing everything he can to try and push that Merc car up to the limiter here on Mr. Scorsese, watching it from Parabolica corner here. He needs to push that car. He's pushing that car. He is pushing that car to the limit here. Look at that here. Mr. Scorsese already on the inside line already. Luke Bailey back again. This is like lightning strike twice. I'm not saying just yet. Will Luke Bailey try and make that corner perfect now? He does. He makes that corner perfect. So lightning does not strike twice, but it does when he did the overtake move on the DRS straight here. So Luke Bailey moves up to 4th place here. And look at this now. Lap 26. 8 tenths now. 8 tenths now for 2nd place here. Will Boy Better Know have a chance here to try and make the move here now? Absolutely frantic stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely frantic stuff. Harry says Scott very close to DRS for last lap. That's what he needs. He needs to get that last lap DRS mode, and I think he will if he can try and keep it intact here. But Frostan holding on. The Brummie will hold on for dear life here because Boy Better Know he's on a rampage here. He really wants that 2nd place here after what happened last night in the F1 League as well. So at the moment here, manic stuff here. If you're wondering what happened to Tim, it's just he'll be back in a moment or 2. So it's just oh look, boy, has he made the move to 2nd place? He has. Oh, brilliant! Absolutely brilliant there. He makes the move, done and dusted there for 2nd place here. But can Frostan make the move? Oh, nearly made the move there. Nearly made the move there on the final lap. We're on the final lap of this race here, the Italian Grand Prix and the Invictus Racing League, the Realistic Performance League. At the moment here, Frostan right on the tail there. Oh boy, but now Losak's out. Losak is out of the race here. So he's out of the race at yellow flag sector 3 here. So just have to wait and see what happens here at this moment in time here. But I'm going to see where Osan Typhoon is. He's coming up to the end of the 2nd sector now. Yellow flag's there. So that might be where Lozak lost it at a scary corner there. But still watching this battle here with Frostan here. Still battling out here. Can he try and be closer to Boy Better Know here? By the moment here, I might have to go back to Osan Typhoon because he is coming up to the Parabolica corner there. And I tell you what, Osan Typhoon, what a drive here. He's broken the record there. That's the 72nd time. He has finally done it. He's finally won a race here. And AK never missed here. So well done now for Osan Typhoon. He has just won the Italian Grand Prix here. But look at Frostan. He right on the tail of the Boy Better Know. They need to try and push that car to the limit here. Ah, Boy Better Know has hold on. He's hold on from 2nd place here. What a drive there. What a drive there from Boy Better Know. Frostan finishes in 3rd place here. Luke Bailey will finish in 4th place here, but we have a 5-second unserved penalty here. But that means Mr. Scorsese will move up to 4th place here. Tom Avalanche will finish in 6th place. So Spud is in 7th place. Well, moves up to 6th because of Tom Avalanche. Penalty here. Sheepy finishes in 8th, but he has a 5-second time unserved penalty here. Nidragash 7,000 but missed out by Luke Bailey on 5th place here. Nitrogash moves up to 8th place here, and Sab, who's coming up to the final bit of the parabolic corner now, and will get the fastest lap point, and I'm sure that was a bit of frustration there as well. But like I said, we have to wait and see what happens here at this moment in time here. But Tim, are you okay and well?
Yeah.
Nice. That's the perfect answer that we need to make sure you're okay and well as well. So we will be doing the interviews of Ozone, Boy Better Know, and maybe Frosted. But every time I've had Frosted in, he hasn't got his mic with him, so we might have to do Ozone and Boy Better Know for the top 2 if Frosted does not have his mic with him tonight. But it was a good race, don't you agree, Tim?
Oh, it was a fantastic race. And, we saw battle after battle, early on, and even there at the very end with Boy Better Know and First Stand. It was just, good battles all around. Clean racing, a lot of DNFs, unfortunately, but with these high-speed tracks, that's really just what you kind of expect. Going down the line here, it is Ozone Typhoon with the win. Boy Better Know in 2nd, First Stand in 3rd, Mr. Sky Z 4th, Luke Bailey in 5th, 6th is Sir Spud, Ton Almanac in 7th, Nitro Gash in 8th with Sheepy in 9th, Sav in 10th, and then the DNFs of Lozak, O'Steven, F1 Mr. P, Delange, Yas, and Teopo for S will round out 11th through 16th.
What a drive! What a brilliant drive there. There was some great moves, and there was late moves galore there as well. But it was a close finish as well. It was a brilliant drive from everyone else. But I think my drive of the day has to be Sir Spud, I think, because he made the biggest movers as well. But we'll have to find out from everyone's point of view. This is our commentator's point of view of the drivers of the day. So at the moment here, we will invite Ozone Typhoon. I'm going to invite Ozone Typhoon, Ferocious-Dan, and Ferocious-Dan has not got his mic with him, so unfortunately he won't carry on to do that. So we do apologise for this, guys. We will do this in a moment in time. So we'll just try and get the Ozone and Boy Better Know. I know Ferocious-Dan has not got his mic with him. So we'll just try and get the 2 drivers in and all set and ready to go. I will invite him in, but obviously he'll let me know saying he can't do it. So we're just waiting for the guys to get us prepped up and ready to go. We will be talking to the drivers here tonight of Ozone, Typhoon, and Boy Better Know, and maybe Ferocious-Dan if he was joining. If not, we'll have to wait till next time when he gets the mic with him for next week, or maybe the week after, or whenever he does get a podium here as well. So before we start, guys, can you please make sure you allow voice to be shared is set to always allow. So that's to Ozone and to Boy Better Know. If you're not sure how to do that, go to the party settings. There's an option called allow voice to be shared. Make sure it's set to always allow. So while the guys are going to be all set and ready to go, I'll be speaking to Ozone Typhoon for his 72nd time. Finally, his first ever win at Invictus Racing League, and also Boy Better Know for his brilliant 2nd position here as well. So brilliant stuff there. But Tim, before we mention it to the 2 guys here, what was your thoughts of the race tonight?
I mean, it was definitely insane. It was, honestly, I feel like it's what Monza needs to be. A lot of battles, a lot of jostling around for position, and, more or less clean racing. But it's really hard to have completely clean racing when you have these high speeds and in these really tight, slow corners, these chicanes like turns 1 and 2. We saw it so many times, people overshooting or even just getting into each other and sending them off into the gravel.
Absolutely. It's one of those classic tracks as well, but at the same time, you just never know what to expect back at Monza. And it's a classic, old, fantastic track, and it's an old vintage track as well. It's just brilliant stuff as well, but absolutely frantic stuff as well. And Yeah, he's done it. 72nd race. I did mention it, MJ Coop, but I will mention it again to him while I ask the guys, are you all set and ready to go?
Yes, I am. Yep.
Yep.
Nice one, nice one. So I'll be talking to Ozone first for his first ever win, his 72nd chance, well, 72nd race to win, to get his first ever win at Invictus Racing League. And also, boy better now is brilliant second place at that battle with Ferocious Dan for between second and third place. So I'd like to hear from their thoughts on there as well. So I'll be speaking to Ozone, and then I'll be talking to Boy Better Know. Hello, Ozone, aka Never Miss. How you doing, mate? You alright?
I am feeling fantastic. First ever win in my entire career, especially outside of Invictus as well. I never felt so amazing.
Oh, brilliant stuff, brilliant stuff. I was going to say, tell us about your thoughts of the race tonight, in your own words.
Well, in my words, I got to be honest, I felt very straightforward. My main concern was the triple chicane at the start of the third sector.
The Escara.
Yeah, Escara. And as soon as I get through those, in all those 27 laps, I think I would have been okay.
Fair dues, fair dues. You had a brilliant qualifying, and like I said, during that race there, obviously you just shot yourself away and you just pulled yourself into a perfect Ferrari win at the hometown of the Italian Grand Prix. But as you said, this is your first ever win. But 71 times you have raced the Invictus. Did you feel pressure to, if you didn't win here tonight, what would have happened?
I would have must have hang my wheel up and take a break, because I don't know what I would do if I would either DNF or be outside the podium. Because if I would had at least a podium, I would be happy.
Absolutely, absolutely. But obviously, you have pushed that car to the limit, and you have been trying everything you can just to get like the podium, or at least a win. But to get your first ever win at Invictus in your whole career on the 72nd time, what a brilliant race to do it in, especially at the glorious track of Italy. Was this your favourite track, would you say?
I would say Monza's very special to me. I think this was the first ever track I raced on when I actually started playing the F1 games back in 2011, when I was just doing it for fun. And then as I gradually improved, it just felt very special to me that Monza should always be the chance I could either get points, a podium, or maybe a win, and here I am on the #1 spot today.
Yeah, absolutely. You are the #1 spot for the race here tonight, and you did a brilliant job here. Obviously, I would have said if you had any battles, but you've not had any much battles here, have you, really? Except for Spud when you came out of the pits, if I remembered it right. But that was the only battle that you had during the race. Would you agree?
Yes, most of it was a Sunday drive. When I came out the pits, I realised that Spud was right next to me, so to give him space and to not cause any incidents to ruin my race, I gave him space for a few sectors, and then when it was my chance, I took that chance to go for the gap and made myself at the top spot again.
Absolutely, absolutely. But with this win here tonight, surely this should be a chance now. You can't make any excuses now. You've got to aim for a podium here now this season. Do you think you could get another podium again this season, or is it too much to say?
Well, it depends in the future on what cars I'm going to be allocated in. I know for sure I'm going to be in Williams next race.
I'm not going to say. I don't even know what's going to be predicted from the admins here, but like I said, I don't think it'll be in Williams, because that'll be a bit far too harsh on that one. But we have to wait and see what happens here. But well done on tonight. That was your best ever win. I'm absolutely delighted for you, Ozone, because you did a brilliant job as always. But the usual two questions here, because next week is the glorious race of Singapore for round 9, race 99 of Realistic Performance League. Tell us about your thoughts of the track and what your expectations of next week.
Oh, the track. It's very tight, very difficult to do overtakes. I hope I'll have a lot of battles as well, especially if I might be in the midfield car or a lower field car. My expectation is to, well, get points, hopefully not to get any damage or be in any carnage, and yeah.
You have to wait and see what happens here, but let's see if that luck can... Well, the luck has... Well, you don't have that bad luck now, because you are finally a winner, a race winner at Invictus Racing League, and that is a brilliant job from yourself. Absolutely brilliant job from you, son. And like I said, well done for tonight. You can stay if you want, or you can shoot off. It's up to you, but thank you very much for joining us tonight, and enjoy it by drinking loads and loads of beer / champagne, whatever happens here tonight. So,
I sure will.
Oh, thank you very much, Ozone. Brilliant drive from you tonight, brilliant stuff. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, you know this guy who's been really unlucky from what we've been told from last night at the F1 League. So now he's finally get a podium here at the Monza track for redemption here. So, boy, better know. How you doing, mate? You all right?
I'm finally back.
Finally back, yes, it is. You are finally back in the podium. I've been waiting for you for ages. Boy, better know.
Mate, I haven't had a podium on a Monday night this season, and I haven't had one so far on a Tuesday night. So it's nice. It feels nice.
It's a nice feeling, isn't it? Absolutely nice feeling. With the race here at Monza, tell us about your thoughts of the race in your own words.
Carnage at the first corner. Just absolute concertina effects left, right and centre. And then I think Sheepy outbraked himself on lap 2 or 3 and tipped my wing off. I had a yellow wing for the first stint. I lost quite a lot of time.
Okay.
Which sort of frustrated me a little bit, because I think... And it gave me a 3-second penalty because I went straight across the
chicane.
Over the chicane, yeah. So no, it was the first corner.
Oh, okay.
And I was a bit frustrated with that, because I think I lost probably half a second a lap there, you know, and that was, I think, 6 or 7 laps before I even pitted. So I think if I wouldn't have lost my wing, I don't know, I reckon I could have given it a push for the win, I think, but it doesn't matter. I'm glad that Ozone won. It's nice to see someone different at the top. And hey, points make prizes. I'm finally back, baby.
Fair enough. That is the way to go here. But as you said there, points mean prizes here. And I was just about to say, actually, because we did not know what happened from your first... I knew there was carnage at the first corner and some other bits as well, but we did not know that you had a bit of a front wing damage at that point, or yellow bits of the damage front wing. So, as we was about to say, would you have had a chance to win the race here tonight at the Monza track? But you just did say it could have, should have, could have been. But it just depends on how you can try and capitalise on it next time at Monza as well. But did you feel like you could have done a different strategy tonight, or was that the best that you could have done tonight?
I was going to gamble it in qualifying. I was going to start on the mediums, and I thought, okay. I don't know. And this is probably the one track in the season that I always feel like I've done really, really well at, no matter what league I've been in. So I was like, do I throw a spanner in the works and go the opposite way? But then maybe be involved in carnage at the first corner and be in the mid pack and not be able to overtake. And I thought, oh no, I'll pussy out this one.
Fair enough. Because like I said, majority of the drivers went for the soft tyres as well. But fair play to you for gambled on the softs, and you would have gambled on the mediums if it was if you felt like you wanted to go for it. But unfortunately, like I said, you was worried about the carnage which happened at turn 1 and etc. stuff. But was there any good battles from your side? Boy, better know.
Me and Skies had a little bit of a run in for a few laps, and then the last sort of 3/4, the last quarter of the stint, should I say, the second stint towards the end, and I was watching the times, and I was like, right, I'm catching Ferocious Dan, sort of 3 or 4 tenths a lap, and then again, and I was like, right, I'm down to like 1.4 seconds, and I think he made a mistake through the sort of second chicane, and and it put me down to 9/10 with about 3 laps to go, and I was like, right, this is it, I've got DRS. And then I sort of looked and I was like, my fuel's on minus, my ERS is nearly on 0, I still can't go any faster. But luckily enough, I sort of went onto 0 and leaned for the penultimate lap, but I still was able to just keep up with the ERS, and it gave me a drag on the last lap to give it a go. And he gave me room, he didn't defend late, he didn't sort of move across or anything like that, and it was a nice easy pass, and yeah, second place, it's nice.
It is absolutely magnificent stuff there. I'm sure you would have had that push or not had that problem with the front wing. I think you would have been really close to get first place, but with the on charge of Ozone Typhoon, aka Never Miss, who win his first ever race at Invictus for the 72nd time here, manic stuff there. But well done for you, Boy Bits. Now that was the best drive I've seen. That's the best drive from your side for a mile. I know I've seen you driving many times, but that was your best ever drive at Monza, and it showed that you love the track so much as well. And well done for getting second place tonight. What a drive from yourself.
Thank you.
Right, last 2 questions for you, and then you can do whatever you want on that one after. So Singapore is the next track next week. What are your thoughts of the track, and what are your expectations for next week?
I hate the track. No, I tell a lie. I quite like the track. I like the layout of the track, but I always sort of fettle it in qualifying. I don't push as hard as I can because I feel like I'm going to hit the wall every time. So it's a track where I think a lot of practice in the next sort of few days or so is really going to have to be put in. And then Monday night can be a proper race run for me and see how I get on, which then means Tuesday night I've got no excuse to win, have I? Really, not to win.
Absolutely. But like I said, you rightly said, Singapore's one of those tracks. It feels like Monaco all over again at the track, and especially you have to be absolutely delicate around there, and especially when it rains as well. It's an absolute nightmare as well. But boy, better know you are better than I know of you in second place. So well done for tonight, boy better know. You did a brilliant job tonight. I think that was your best drive, and you had a great battle there with Fresh Stan for the second/third place, and you just got it there. And like I said, I wish you all the very best of luck for next week and throughout the remainder of the season as well.
Thank you very much.
You can stay if you want, or you can shoot off. It's up to you. But
I'll stay.
Okay, mate, no worries. I was going to say we will be stopping the stream in a moment too. But Tim, who's been your driver of the day from your point of view? Who's been your driver of the day? Tim? I think Tim's just lost there. We might have some technical difficulties. Hopefully he'll come back in a moment or two. But if you want my views of the driver of the day, I mean, like I said, I normally look at the biggest movers of the race here. So Spud moved about, I think it was about 12 places he'd moved. And also the battle between Boy Better Now, and also the Red Bull battle there between Delange and Sheepy as well. So, it's a tough one. I would have gone for Spud here because of the biggest movers. Obviously, Boy Better Now finishing a podium, finally finishing a podium here at that point, and it's a tough one for us. It's a very tough one there. But can I just say a massive thank you to all the guys here that watched the stream. Thank you to everyone that at Invictus Racing League, the Realistic Performance League. That was a brilliant drive from everyone there. Like I said, it was so many battles galore. You need to watch it back for the first 15 to 16 laps. That was immense stuff there. But for the last time, guys, can you please make sure you subscribe to the channel for all the live races here. There will be the Equal Performance League tomorrow night on the F2 and F3 League with myself and Tim. Myself in the F3. Unfortunately, Tim will not carry on as well due to circumstances on his hand as well. But like I said, thank you very much, guys. This was the Invictus Racing League, the Realistic Performance League, at the glorious race of the Italian Grand Prix. Next week we will be at the glorious race of Singapore, so we both will see you there. Take care of yourselves. Ta-ra a bit. Bye bye.